Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Arsenal Football Manager series. Yes, we are back for Season 3. It didn't last long, did it? I said I was going to put this save on hold, probably until the summertime, and come back to it, but I've had a couple of weeks away from it. I've thought about it, what we can do this season, and the fact that I really want to win the league and win some trophies with Arsenal. So we are back for Season 3, and today we've got lots to get through, as well as the much-loved transfer special. So guys, if you're glad that the Arsenal series is back, please do me a huge favour on today's video. Drop a like, that would be absolutely incredible. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Just as a side note as well, the Harrogate Town save will be continuing. I'm really enjoying that. If you've not seen any of it yet, do check it out. It's on the previous videos on my channel. I'll also try and remember to drop a link to the playlist in the description. Right then, so let's get straight into it, shall we? The much-loved transfer special, and we will start with the players who have left the club this summer. So the first player out is Mohamed El Neni. He leaves on a free to Shakhtar Donetsk for this season. Didn't make any appearances for us whatsoever last season. I just couldn't get him in the squad, but still a good player, a good servant to Arsenal. 71 appearances he made in his career, but he leaves on a free. Next up is Emile Smith-Rowe, and I was a little bit gutted about this one. I did try and tie him down to a new deal, but he's another one that left on a free. We saw this towards the January transfer window last season that he'd requested to leave. He rejected any contracts that we offered him, so he's now moved to Shandong in China. Next one out of the door is the much-loved Willian, the 33-year-old Brazilian. He's gone for 4.4 million to Celtic. Again, another good servant for us, but his playtime was pretty limited last season. He played a lot for us in the first year, but yeah, he made a few appearances last year, mainly in the cup competitions. But Willian is out, and he's moved up to Scotland. Next player out the door is Daniel Ballard, the young centre-back, 22 years old. He went to Stoke for 1.6 million. Could have been a good future prospect for us, but there were a few doubts over his ability. Didn't really seem to have the potential. Now, this is a strange one. Abdou Diallo, who we signed last season for about 12.5 million, he's moved to Atalanta. Just didn't quite settle in at Arsenal. Didn't really make the appearances for us last season. Wasn't overly impressive when he did play. You know, he made like 3 appearances in the Premier League. Played a few times in the cup competitions. Didn't have outstanding ratings, and he's a good player. He's a decent age, should be coming into his prime, but we've let him go. We've actually made a profit. He went for 18 million to Atalanta. So we've also had a few loan deals out of the door, mainly for the young players, but let's get into the part of the episode that you all want to see. There's a certain area around the team that I've really focused on this summer in order to try and push us towards this Premier League title. Let's start with the transfers in, and I'll go from least exciting to most exciting. So this is one that you'll have seen at the start of last season. We signed this guy a year ago even, Joel van Leeurup, £550,000. He is a left-back. He's in our under-23s at this moment in time. We're looking to send him out on loan this season. There's a couple of teams in the MLS that are a little bit interested in acquiring his services for a year. But he's already valued at 2.8 million. Could be a really good player for us in the future. Right then, now we're getting into the good stuff. Nikola Milinkovic, who has signed from Fiorentina. He has come to the Emirates Stadium for £16 million. He's a centre-back. He looks very, very good. 6'5". He's got 15 marking, 15 heading, 15 tackling. His composure's decent at 13. He's brave, and he's got great determination. Really good physicals as well. 12 acceleration, 14 pace. Not too bad, but great balance, great jumping reach. Really good natural fitness as well. And he's basically the Diallo replacement. He's down as a squad player, but he's much, much better than Diallo. Helps shore up our defence a little bit this season. Right, next up is Aaron Ramsdale. So this is an area that I should have sorted out last season, didn't, maybe came to pay for it a little bit. And yeah, Aaron Ramsdale, brand new goalkeeper for us. Bert Leno obviously still at the club. The issue that I've got now is I was really looking for a backup goalkeeper. There's a lot of players who I wouldn't consider to be a backup goalkeeper. It was just an area that was really difficult to go for. But Aaron Ramsdale is a quality keeper. We've spent an awful lot of money on him. £35 million Aaron Ramsdale comes in for from Sheffield United, where he made a lot of appearances for them. And he's kind of going to be a joint first-choice goalkeeper with Bert Leno, who's still here. I still can't look past Leno. He's been fantastic for us for 2 seasons. But we've definitely got the appropriate backup in there now. So really excited to have Aaron Ramsdale at the club. There's one more signing to show you. It's a good one. Let's have a look at it. And here he is. The final one is Max Aarons. I needed some extra cover at right back. He is just as good as Bellerin. And I had to pay his release clause from Norwich. They were not letting him go for less than that release clause. £43 million he's ended up here for. But if we compare him with Hector Bellerin, he's just so good. I mean, in areas you could arguably argue that he's better. So better defending, better mentals. The speed isn't quite there, but everything else, when you look at this graph, he's so almost level with Bellerin, and he's 5 years younger as well. So I'm really excited to have Max Aarons at this club. And that concludes the transfer business that we have made over the summer. Just the 4 players into the club. I've been really looking at the defensive areas. I think in midfield and attack, last season we were really good. We were really exciting. But we let ourselves down on occasions defensively. So that's what I've really tried to focus on and bolster up this year. Now, in terms of finances, we've still got a little bit of money left, 9.5 million. There was a view that we were actually going to be selling Renarsson. He's unregistered to us, and Sheffield United were interested in him. We managed to get 10 million out of them in the transfer fee, but then Renarsson rejected the contract there, and he's literally not going to play for us this season. So a little bit disappointing. If we can get a similar fee for him, we may get this transfer budget back up to almost about £20 million, which would be quite good in case we do need anything in January. Now, objective-wise from the board this season, this is where they want us to be. In the Premier League, they want us to qualify for the Europa League once again. Not very ambitious. The Champions League, they want us to reach the first knockout round. They'd like us to reach the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and they don't deem the Carabao Cup to be that important. Now, when we have a little look at the media prediction as well for this year, we're predicted to finish 6th. We're 25-1 to go and win the league. Of course, in season 1 and 2, we completely defied those odds and finished 2nd in both seasons. I mean, last year we really should have won the league, but we absolutely wimped out of it towards the end. But our squad now is a year older. It's a year more experienced. I'm really excited with some of the players we've got. Odsonne Edouard, who's actually injured today, I'm looking to really have him step up. He had a better season for us last year, but he only scored 5 in 20 in the Premier League. But when we look overall, he scored 15 in 19, scored quite a few in the cup competitions, a couple in the Champions League as well. And I still maintain that I feel that Odsonne Edouard is the man for us. He's 24 years old now, so this year is going to be his time to step up, definitely. Another area that I did look to improve was the left-back position. Of course, we've got Kieran Tierney, who's another player that's injured today. But Greg Taylor, when I was looking around for a backup player, I really couldn't find anyone better than Greg Taylor. So he'll definitely get more game time this year. Made 11 appearances last season. So we'll step that up a little bit this year to help give Kieran Tierney a little bit of a rest. So that's all the news. I am really excited for this season. Pre-season didn't go amazingly. It was okay. A couple of friendly wins when we were out in China, and then we drew against Lazio by 1-1, Villarreal 0-0, and Olympiacos 0-0. Hopefully, we won't see a 0-0 draw in our opening game of the season today as we take on Leicester City at the Emirates. And this is the team that's hopefully going to go out there and do the business. Leno starts for us in goal. At the back, we're going with Bellerin, Milinkovic making his debut, Gabriel and Taylor. Tonali and Partey will start in central midfield. Icone on the right. Aouar's actually going to start from the left today due to injuries and suspensions. Szoboszlai in the advanced playmaker position and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up top. On the bench, we've got Saliba, Maitland-Niles, Darun, Guendouzi, Nelson, Martinelli and Eddie Nketiah. These 3 are guys that I also want to get involved a little bit more this season. Renarsson obviously unregistered at the moment. Then we've got injuries to Max Aarons. Max Aarons is due back in the next 5 to 10 days. Got a twisted ankle in a pre-season game. Kieran Tierney's going to be out for a bit longer, 7 days to 3 weeks. Pepe and Edouard also recovering from injuries. And Bukayo Saka, who's actually suspended after getting sent off in one of the games towards the end of last season. So we won't see him today. However, I think this team's more than good enough to hopefully go and beat Leicester. Let's get into it. Fingers crossed we can start season 3 with a bang. You know what? It was so disappointing how we ended last season. I just want us to kind of get over that, put it to one side. We did win our last game of the season against Fulham, but it wasn't enough for us to take the title. There's the Leicester side in front of us there. They signed Samuel Umtiti, who is a player that I looked at in pre-season in terms of the centre-back role. But I liked what we saw in terms of Milinkovic. Right, here we go then. Kick-off is away, and it looks like it's going to be Leicester who have the first attack in this one. Umtiti playing it into Woba, back towards Maddison. They did lose Yuri Tielemans in the summer as well. They sold him to Juventus. Great tackle from Taylor there. And Didi's going to have the shots. That one goes just wide. Early warning signs for us from Leicester. But yeah, they have lost a couple of players. No Jamie Vardy in the squad either today. I'm not sure where Jamie Vardy is now in this save. We'll have to check at some point. But yeah, no Yuri Tielemans for Leicester, who's moved to Juventus. Also, there was a patch released overnight from Football Manager, which should fix some of the ratings. Here's hoping that that is the case. As we put a corner ball into the box, gets cleared away to Tonali, and then Gabriel is there as well. Nice ball out wide towards Awar, who took the original corner, gets into the box, and Jonathan Icone scores our first goal of the season in the 36th minute. And he's been brilliant for us. We signed him last season. I think it was from PSG that we... Was it PSG that we brought him in from? I can't quite remember. But every time, the amount of games he played last season, along with the amount of goals he scored, was really impressive. And he started this season with a bang as well. 1-0 as we come towards half-time. The question's going to be this season, can Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang keep his form going? He had the best season yet for us last season. But he is starting to age now. Here come Leicester with Anthony, though. Great save by Leno, showing me why he should still be the number one goalkeeper. But yeah, just going back to Aubameyang, I think he scored something like 27 goals in the league for us last year. It was his best season yet at Arsenal. And obviously getting older. Great tackle by Awar there at the back as he gives it to Szoboszlai. So will Aubameyang be able to keep up that form? That's going to be the big question. We may step down his playing time a little bit as we try and get Odsonne Edouard a bit more involved. But decent first half from us. We need to make sure we don't get complacent and carry on and win this game. So I just told the boys at half-time that they've done okay so far. There is room for improvement. Here's Icone on the attack. Finds Thomas Partey on the edge of the box. His shot gets blocked. And it's Szoboszlai who knocks it into the net. A little bit of a mess in the penalty area. And Szoboszlai is another player who I'm really going to be looking to push on this season. He's been here for 1.5 seasons now. The first half season that he played for us, he was okay, but not amazing. Last year, he had a really good year, and I want that to continue this year. I can't wait to see how he develops. He's a really good player, and he gets his first goal of the season, puts us up by 2-0. Leicester are going to be looking to push us, though, for this result. We're really going to have to work hard for it. Here is James Justin, gets into the penalty area, finds Under. He puts the ball into the box. It's a little bit of a mess. Gabriel, luckily for us, managed to clear the danger, and he gives it to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who's had a pretty quiet game today as he goes towards that Leicester penalty area. He's in the area, and he's found Thomas Partey, and he has found the net. It's a fantastic opening day performance for Arsenal. It's Arsenal 3, Leicester 0. So first substitution of the game has been made. We've brought on Reece Nelson in place of Icone, who was just looking a little bit tired. I would like to try and keep a clean sheet today, though. And here is the substitute, Nelson, driving down this right-hand side. Can he work his way towards the penalty area? He's managed to get round Ndidi, luckily. Gets into the box, pulls it back towards Thomas Partey, who finds Hector Bellerin. And Tonali, great save by Kasper Schmeichel, out for an Arsenal corner. Are we going to see another goal? Just 6 minutes left of this game. Here's Thomas Partey, who's had a really good game today. Tries to find Bellerin on the right-hand side, but the pass wasn't good enough. Leicester will bring that away and pump it downfield, but that's easy for Gabriel to pick up at the back. Looks to find Greg Taylor, who's been solid enough for us today. Finds Sandro Tonali. Lovely ball to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Dinks it over the goalkeeper. He gets his little road of goals going for the season. Arsenal 4, Leicester 0. What a finish this is from Aubameyang. A joy to behold all round. Look at this ball from Tonali. That's exactly what I want to see for him. Schmeichel goes to ground, easily dinked over the top of him by Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And that will do it then. Full time at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 4, Leicester 0. Some really, really good performances all round. And look at these fullbacks on sevens. That's what we absolutely love to see, Football Manager. We're going to do outstretched arms. Very pleased with the result and the performance in that game today. What a start. That's exactly what we love to see. And as it stands, that puts us top of the Premier League. That's the place where we want to stay this season. A few results from earlier on. Liverpool drawing 1-1 with Everton on the opening day. Any other results? Tottenham losing against Southampton. Man City get their season off with a bang, though. They'll be looking to get back in that Premier League title race as well. A bit of a disappointing one for them last season. But I just want to focus on us. Really, really good start that was from us today. Ikone, Szoboszlai, Partey and Aubameyang all getting in on the goals. And it's just incredible. Really, really happy with that. I think we will come back for episode 27. I had to think where we were. We'll come back in the next one for the North London derby at the Emirates against Tottenham and probably against whoever we get in the Carabao Cup third round. The transfer window is still open. Let me know in the comments, guys, if there's anywhere that you else think that we need to improve. Am I being over-reliant on my forwards this year? Or is my squad absolutely brilliant? I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, please do drop a like on today's episode. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. And the Arsenal series is back. I'll catch you in the next one.